don't think they are going to change. People do not change their behaviors if the outcome is serving them. What is going on, guys? Josh Love Talk here. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm back with another dating video. In today's video, I want to talk about how to stop attracting unhealthy, toxic relationship. If you find yourself dating the same toxic type of people all the time, over and over again, this video is for you. So make sure you watch to the end. Before I get into it, if you haven't yet subscribed, please make sure you do, and also hit the bell so you know when I post my videos. The first way to stop attracting toxic relationships is to hold yourself accountable. When you're dating, you cannot be the type that says, you know what, it's everybody else's fault but mine. Like, I'm good, everything is somebody else. You cannot keep pointing fingers at other people. When you do that, you will not break the cycle. You will not break your dating cycle. You will end up dating the same type of people over and over again. And don't get me wrong, being accountable isn't so much self-blame, isn't so much like it's my fault. It's more like, what role am I playing in this? What are the patterns in the people I'm choosing, and how I can do something different? Okay, it could be a thing of attitude. It could be you're not communicating clearly or early enough. Hence the reason you keep finding yourself in these toxic situations. So if you can sit with yourself, and I would say sometimes even taking a break from dating, just sit with yourself, sit with your feelings, and better understand who you are, what you want, and how you come across. And that way you can start to break the cycle, because you can start to do something different. You can see where the errors are, where your errors are, and start to do something different. For me, being accountable is just taking ownership of the situation, because that is the only thing you can really change. You cannot control how other people are going to behave. What you can control is within you, how you come across, the things that you do. Those are the things you can control. And until you change that, you will struggle to change your dating patterns. The second way to stop attracting toxic relationships is to work on yourself. You have to do the work on yourself. See, when it comes to picking people that we're going to date or get into a relationship with, it comes from different places, and a lot of it is subconscious. It could come from the environment you're around, your type of friends. It could come from social media. It could come from even your parents' relationship, or the kind of relationship you have with your parents. We've heard of people having daddy issues. We've heard, mommy's boys and all of this type of things. All those things contribute to how you select a partner. So if you don't do the work on yourself, understanding who you are, what you need, what complements you, it's easy to pick people that makes you feel a certain way, but they are not necessarily right for you. So you have to spend time working on yourself, knowing who you are, building your self-confidence, building your self-esteem, and that would allow you to choose people that are right for you, people that are going to go on your journey with you, not somebody that just wants to dominate you, not somebody that wants to control you, or somebody that wants to change you. And sometimes when people are asking the question of how do you stop dating toxic people, people are really asking, how do I not meet toxic people? But you cannot control that. When you're dating, you're going to meet all kind of people, and you cannot control who's good or who's toxic. However, if you do the work on yourself, you would not entertain the toxic ones. And that is the difference. The difference between being in toxic relationships over and over again and not is simply who you entertain. Once you do the work on yourself, i.e., self-love, building your self-confidence, self-esteem, having self-awareness, you would know who to walk away from and who to entertain. If you don't do this and you're just going on vibes, because that's what happens when you haven't done the work on yourself, you are dating on vibes, you're dating on chemistry. Don't get me wrong, these things have their place, but someone could have a good vibe, but they're abusive. Somebody could have a good vibe, could be attractive, have great chemistry, but they are abusive. And when you date this kind of people, it's toxic and you find yourself in situations you don't want to be. So, whilst you're dating, even after you've been in a relationship, don't stop working on yourself, because the better you are, the better choices you're going to make for you. The third point I want to make is detach yourself from having a type. I was speaking to somebody who was telling me that, you know, they just want to date somebody like their ex. And I was like, why is that? Oh, my ex was so perfect. My ex was this, my ex was that. And that's the quality they look for when they're dating people. I said to her, I was like, if your ex was that amazing, why are you guys not together? She was like, well, it didn't work out. These things happen. See, somebody like that, they've put themselves in a box. And somebody like that increase the chances of dating the same type of people over and over and over again. Okay, you have to break the mold. To break the mold, you have to date outside your norm, because clearly your type is not working for you. This whole thing about dating my type restricts you. Like, I'm not saying don't have preference. Of course, we should all have preference when we're dating, but sticking to a type, like specifics, it restricts you. And you find yourself meeting the same type of people over and over again, and you find yourself in the same toxic situation over and over again. I challenge you to date outside your norm. I challenge you to look for something different. Of course, attraction is key, so you still have to be attracted to the person, but try outside your norm, try outside your comfort zone and see what happens. If you want to break this toxic relationship patterns, you have to try something different, try something new. Don't just stick to my type, because really and truly, if your type was working for you, you wouldn't have this issue. So that's something for you to think about. The last point I want to make is don't ignore the red flags. Shout out to the kind-hearted people, because I've come to realize that the thing of ignoring the red flag is not always as easy. It's not always as obvious, because some people genuinely have a kind heart and they give their best to people and expect the same thing in return. Sadly, life is not that way. Human beings are not that way. You will not always get what you put out. And when it comes to dating and relationships, you are your own responsibility. You're responsible for your own well-being. So it's naive to think that because I'm good to you, I give you all of me, I should get the same treatment back. It doesn't always work that way. And it's certainly naive to think people are going to change. When you see a red flag, when you're dating somebody and you see a red flag, address it, because not all red flag is walk away immediately. So address it, speak on it, let your feelings about that be known. Now, if it cannot be resolved or this person is not looking to change, then walk away. Okay, do not be scared to walk away. Red flags, when you see red flags and you ignore them, it just leads to more issues and more toxicity down the line. So if you want to break unhealthy dating patterns, you have to pay attention to the red flags. Do not ignore the red flags thinking, oh, they are going to change, or they were nice in the beginning, so they wouldn't do that to you. Accept people for who they are. Accept people for what they show you to be. Don't believe the ideal you have of them in your own mind. Just accept them for what they show you. So if they are not treating you the way you deserve, please address the situation, and if it cannot be resolved, walk away. And I just want to finish this video on the last note. Please, if you are in a dating or relationship situation where you feel like it's toxic and your mental, emotional, spiritual well-being is at risk, please, I'm begging you in God's name, or whoever you pray to, whoever you believe in, find the confidence and the courage to walk away. Empower yourself, and find the confidence and the courage to walk away. Okay, because see, toxicity is not part of love. All right, somebody abusing you physically, financially, emotionally, mentally is not part of love. Nothing good is going to come out of somebody that is abusing you or somebody that is just toxic towards you. Nothing good is going to come out of that. So please don't stay there thinking that, well, this person was sweet when we started, so therefore it's okay. I just need to bear with, I just need to endure. Please don't do that, because it could end bad. It could end really, really bad. Okay. It's better to be single than to be drained and lose who you are, as lose your identity as a human being. Don't think they are going to change. People do not change their behaviors if the outcome is serving them. If the outcome is serving them, they will not change. They will keep pushing the boundaries just to see what they can get away with. Okay, so get out of that situation, and I pray that God will empower you, God will strengthen you, and give you courage to leave that situation. So that's me for today, guys. I didn't mean to end this on a very sober note, but that was just a message that is really big on my heart, and I felt it makes sense for me to say something about. Yeah. Thanks for listening, guys. As always, don't forget to leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for listening. I'll catch you on the next one.